A very recent comment on the channel asked the question, what works are being written now that would continue to be performed in the future? What's the repertory that's now being composed that's going to endure? Of course, that's an impossible question to ask, but I was very heartened to be at a concert yesterday with the LSO, conducted by the rather charismatic French conductor Maxime Pascale. And the entire program was of new music. Well, the oldest piece was by Pierre Boulez. It was Rituel, which was written by Pierre Boulez, who's celebrating his centenary this year. So that was the old classic on the program. But the other pieces were, two of them were by people in their 20s. And then there was a big piano concerto in the middle by the Korean composer Donghoon Shin. And that was an extravagantly immense concerto. It went on for 42 minutes and was so wildly bizarre and extravagant and crazy. I mean, it had this cadenza in the middle that seemed to go on for about 15 minutes, and I got into a bit of a fit of giggles with a composer friend who was sitting next to me. All the pieces on the programme displayed remarkable levels of talent and assuredness, and a real sense of compositional character, which was delightful to see. And the other thing that was noteworthy about the performance, apart from the thrilling level of musicality that was on show last night from the Korean pianist Seong-Jin Cho and the LSO, who were on sparkling form, and also, of course, from the composers, something else that was very striking was that the Barbican Hall was absolutely rammed with people. It was a full house, and a lot of the people in the audience were young. And I thought, wow, that's exciting. I'm constantly reading about how classical music is in decline, about how nobody wants to hear new music in the concert hall anymore, etc. Just isn't the case. I think last night was a demonstration that there's a lot of buzz around new music, and a lot of young people are perfectly capable of sitting through a long and difficult program and perfectly capable of being extremely enthusiastic about each piece. I mentioned that I got the fit of giggles in the piano concerto, but the interesting thing is, whether I liked the pieces or not on the program, they were creating an emotional reaction. I remember a time in the 1980s when you'd go to contemporary music concerts and they were rather dry and you sat through them and politely applauded at the end. No longer the case. These are pieces that evinced an emotional reaction in the listener. It was really exciting to have strong feelings about music, really crucial, in fact. So contemporary music, alive and well, and the Barbican Hall packed with a large and really enthusiastic audience. Fantastic.